Minesweeper, let's start with this 2 pattern, and then we go solve the 2 pattern, and then we get this diagonal 1, which solves the 2, and then we go to this diagonal 1, we almost throw because of lag. Now we go to this diagonal 1 pattern, and then we go to this 2 pattern over here, and now we get reveal a 3 pattern, and now we go to this 1 pattern, so we can go to these tiles to solve that for free. And now we go to this diagonal 1, and then we go to this diagonal 1, and then we go to this other diagonal 1, and then another diagonal 1, and then we go to this diagonal 1, and then we go to the corner 1, and then we go to this one, and then now we solve the 3. And now since this 2 and 3 are the only ones possible, we get a free tile right here, and then we go to this 2, which solves the 1 right here, and then we go cross over, and now we get another 2 tile right here, and then we solve this 2 tile, and then now we get another 2 tile that's saved, and now we get a diagonal 1, now we get another diagonal 1, and then we go to this diagonal 1, and then we go cross over the 1, and then now we know this 2 and 3 are the only ones possible, so we get a 4 tile reveal, and then now we get to this tile, and then now this 3-1, meaning this one is safe, and that means that one is mine. And then now we go to this 3 pattern, which solves everything else here, and then now we go to this 3, and now we go to this 2, so let's go to this 4, which is now solved, and now we go to this 1, which is also solved, and now we go to the diagonal 1, and which also reveals the 2, and now we go over here, we revealed this section, and now this entire stretch is completely solved because of this single 2, and now we go to this diagonal 2, and now we reveal this 3, and then we go up here, and then we reveal the 3, and then we get the 2, which reveals here, and then we go to the top right corner, which is completely revealed. Hopefully we don't get thrown or sold by our teammates, and now we get this 4 pattern, which actually solves itself, and now we get this 2, which solves itself, and we get this other 2 that solves itself, and then we go to this 2 pattern that also solves itself, and now we go to the south side of the map, we get this 2, which is free, and then we get another 2, which is free, and then we get this 3 pattern, which is free, and then we get this 2 pattern, which is free, and then now we close out this south tower, and then now we know this one right here is free, and now we reveal the 1, and we win.